Alright guys, what is up? Sorry for the short notice. My work schedule is, well, it hasn't been released yet, so I don't know what my schedule is as far as tomorrow and when I could be able to release a video. I try to do them once a week. So this one I kind of have to squeeze in because right after this I am going to catch the bus. So, without further ado, welcome to Sessions with Josh, episode 14. I can't believe I'm 3 months into this. Having so much fun with this, guys. Interesting episode today is going to be, we're just going to get into it. Today, I wanted to have it up ready to go, but the Velcro stickers I have actually are, the glue is so tough that when I moved my wall drop, it peeled the paint off my walls. So I recently got a new accessory from a fan. So the next one, I'll do it again, and hopefully it'll be set up to where it'll look like a street sign, but next episode will be on the corner of what? Mary Jane Lane. And what? Stoner Avenue. That's right, guys. And they're metal, too. These are fucking awesome. Thank you so much. You know who you are. Eventually, they're going to go up here to make it look like I'm on the corner where I belong. Or at least where I started from. Alright, thank you. You know what? We're going to go ahead and label that fan Josh, the #1 Josher at this point, because they have just been showing so much love to the channel. I feel like I'm famous already, and I'm really not. Okay, so that being said, what are we smoking? I finally got some new shit, guys. Okay, I did not know about these, and I'm so excited, and I'm going to roll one right in front of you guys, so if you guys haven't seen one. These are King Palms, and if you're not familiar with these, we're going to stuff the shit out of them, and then at the bottom there's a flavor, thing like the Camel Crushes. We're going to crush it, and it's going to release a flavor, and this flavor is Berry Terps. So I've never seen these until yesterday, and shout outs to Billy Mary for dropping this off yesterday. She dropped off that amazing set. If you guys didn't see it, go look at the last post about the channel, and she sent me a bunch of stuff. I have new shit to try for this channel until probably episode 100. I'm so excited. Okay, so normally I have the things rolled for you guys, but I wanted to show you guys this process. But I'll be talking while I do it. So, what are we fucking drinking? Again, I have a shift after work today, so I'm just silver bullet, something light, something easy, something not heavy. Cheers, motherfuckers. All right. What are we wearing? Nothing special. Again, this is my we had to wear a black t-shirt underneath our uniform at the theater, so I'm literally in my work uniform. Nothing special today, guys. As far as that, so let's start rolling this. Smoking Go-Go Kush out of the King Palm. Now, what are we eating? Guys, I have the funniest follow-up possibly in the history of forever, and probably going to be the history of this channel. Now, you remember a few weeks ago, I did the Wrap Snacks noodles, except the last time I had the... So, I can't remember the name of the flavor, but the name of the wrapper... Oh, we got a visitor. Hold on, guys.
Does it feel like it still has some in it?
Sorry guys, that was my aunt. She didn't have me. Okay, so Go Kush out of one of these, and the noodles. So this flavor is by easy to pronounce Master P, and it's creamy chicken gumbo. The last one I had, I pronounced his name Bougie because in my community, the way it's spelled, the way I thought it was read, bussy, is a whole different thing in my neck of the woods. It is not something a grown man would want to be known by, especially in the hip-hop R&B community. So I gave it the benefit of a doubt. I'm not trying to get shot. I'm no gangster. I'm not, but I thought it was bougie, and I've been corrected, you guys. It is not bougie. It's boosie. So, in an attempt not to get shot by the hip hop community, I'm sorry. It was no disrespect. I was actually trying to be respectful with regards to that term in our necks of the woods, and just please don't shoot me. Boosty. And I forgot my fork for these fucking noodles. Alright. Okay, so we gotta step this. I am on a time budget here. So let's get these noodles out of the way real quick because I want to show you guys how this fucking works. So it's like an empty little leaf, like they picked up a maple leaf off the floor and they rolled it. And we're gonna step the shit out of it. And they tell you too, they want you to, it's a rough grind, it doesn't have to be extremely chopped up, which I don't like anyways. And they give you this nifty little stuffer thing to make sure that your shit's packed. I've never seen these. I tried them the other day. The first one I tried was the banana cream. Oh my gosh. It was lit. Fucking lit. Again, so yeah, it's boozy, guys. Not bougie and not bussy. Boozy. My apologies to the hip hop community. Alright, we're almost there. That's about the only thing with these, is you stuff them and then these leave you with no roach. But, again, if you're familiar with the Camel Crushes, it gives you, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but, did you guys hear it? Now, look, you guys see it too, the oil comes out, the little flavor. Now it's time to get lit. Again, King Palms, guys. Oh, this shit's fucking lit. With a shotgun. Alright, guys, without further ado, let's get into the story. I think that was the only follow-up I had. Britney Spears is one step closer to freedom. The people that let the leopards escape in the China Zoo are all locked up and fired from their jobs. I'm going to catch up on the world's luckiest man for sure. That one was fucking crazy. Alright, so let's get into it. The word of the day today is going to be unearth. And that is to dig up something out of the earth itself. As in a treasure, a gemstone, or if you're a fucking man who lives in Maine, a witch's curse with a tooth inside of it and you're going to bring it inside your house for no fucking reason. Why would you do that? Why would... Alright. Oh, yeah. This is legit. I feel like Corella DeVille. Sorry, guys. I gotta make sure to get an ugly coffee. That's how I do my thumbnails. Alright. List of the day. Top 5 unearthed objects. Here we go. Number 5. I'm not scratching my ass. I'm adjusting myself. For those of you watching. Number 5. Top 5 unearthed objects. A sorceress's kit found in the ashes of Pompeii, the city that got ashed to death in the volcano. They're still finding stuff. Did you guys know? I'm gonna do this on the next one. They found the fucking Trojan horse. It's real. They found it. They found it. The Trojan horse. It's real. We'll put that on the next one. In recent years, renewed archaeological excavations at Pompeii have yielded veritable treasure trove of artifacts. Of these finds, a sorcerer's kit filled with about 100 miscellaneous trinkets is perhaps the most intriguing, containing carved scarab beetles, tiny dolls, skulls, crystals, gems, mirrors, amulets, and phallic talismans. If you guys don't know what a phallic talisman is, I'm gonna try to keep it as PG as I can. It is a uniquely shaped magical instrument that is used normally in fertility and sterility spells. If you catch that drift. If not, Google the word phallic and you will go from there. Uh, yeah. Alright, yeah, so they found that witch's kit in Pompeii. Well, sorceress in Rome, I guess? I don't know. Are there witches in Italy? Are there Italian witches? I need to know this. Number 4. The the perfectly preserved head of a 32,000-year-old wolf. The permafrost of the Russian Siberian heartland wields unmatched preservation power. In 2017, a fully intact head of an adult Pleistocene steppe wolf preserved for some 32,000 years. Now, it was just a head, and in the article, I didn't want to get all nerdy out on it, but I remember it saying they couldn't identify how the head was detached from the body. So, it was a perfectly intact head. Number 3. We're going to Rome, guys. A 1,700-year-old egg. That's right, there's 3 of them. That's 1,700 years, guys. Imagine what they fucking smelled like. A 1,700-year-old egg was found intact in Rome. The first 2 were cracked, and so that's how they knew what it smelled like, and I'm pretty sure it was fucking gross. I feel like I need to scoot that. I feel like I'm dark. Am I too dark, guys? I need to get a light up there. I'm working on it. It's going to get better for that. Better and better each episode, guys. Alright, the preserved egg is the only Roman one found in Britain. It was unearthed in a ditch. Experts believe that the pit used to be for beer making before it was turned into sort of like a wish-making well. And instead of coins back then, people may have thrown the eggs into the wishing well in order to gain the favor of the gods. I know they used to bring Aphrodite fish. Alright, number 2. This one was weird, and it's only weird because there was no... They just told you what this was. Like, I literally have the sentence, and there's no backstory or cultural indifference to why this was found. But number 2, in Scotland, the sentence is going to be weird. I'll probably read it twice and go over it so you guys can get it. In Scotland, a hollowed-out whale vertebrae was found with a human jawbone and 2 lambs inside of it. Now, a vertebrae is one of the columns of your spine. One of them. You know how you have many of them? One of them. Well, they were that big to hollow out and do stuff with it because there was the bones of 2 lambs and a jawbone inside of it, and it doesn't go into why or what may it have been for, but nonetheless, it was an unearthed, and that is the word of the day. Number 1. This shit right here. The list I was going to do before, it was kind of straightforward and not as worldly as I thought it was going to be. And then I came across this one, and this was the first one I seen. I was like, oh yeah, this is the list. So this is number 1 on things unearthed. Archaeologists unearthed remains of infants wearing helmets made from other children's skulls. Yeah, that's right. I'll read it again. Archaeologists unearthed remains of infants wearing helmets from the skulls of other children, namely bigger children. And they go into the charts of how it worked and stuff. The scientists believe it was either to calm the kids' wild souls and to prepare them for their afterlife, or to grant them the power seen through the eyes of an ancestor. It's pretty morbid. And they also believe that the way that they found them, like the secondary skull, the way it attached to the person that's wearing it, it says it must have been fresh the way it was bonded together. So those poor kids were the 12, the 8 and 12-year-old skulls were used as helmets for the infants, and then the teenager skulls were used as helmets for the adolescents, and just primitive people. I mean, people are so primitive in a lot of ways. Don't get me wrong. We are very far from where we need to be for the well, you know, for some parts. But man, what uh, there's just no word for that one. Like, I can't. Yeah, we'll go back to that. Maybe they have some more info about it. But that's the list of the day, anyways, guys. Now, on the topic of finds and unearthing, did you guys know the world's largest sapphire has been recently unearthed? That's right, guys. Sorry if you guys hear my alerts going on. Take care of that. Alright. A giant rock. And I made that headline to be misleading, yes. Clickbait. It's not a meth rock, it's not a crack rock. It's a sapphire. Ready, guys? We're headed to Sri Lanka. What did they have over there last time? The tsunami? No, the hurricane? Take your umbrellas, folks. Because America will leave you behind if you're not paying attention to what's going on in Afghanistan. Alright. A giant rock. The world's largest sapphire cluster has been unearthed by accident. An accidental find. I just did a story on luck the other day. Before I get into this one, if you guys here locally in Fresno want somewhere to go find some stones, my cousin Serena, she was on this feed earlier, she found a cluster of, I want to say it was smoky quartz in the sands at Shaver Lake. The love of her life was just has his hands in the sand, and he pulled out like a good palm pole sized cluster. I haven't seen it, but she's not a liar. So Shaver Lake, the one I have seen is there's a beach here, well, not here in Fresno, in California, about 2.5 hours away, Moonstone Beach. And we went there on a whim, and I fucked up my back the morning of it. We almost didn't go. That being said, I'm like, well, Moonstone, I know, I'm familiar with some stones, and I know that's the stone for cancer. And I'm like, well, maybe, you know, there's stones on the beach. That's why they call it Moonstone Beach. And I look it up, and sure enough, it was. So I look up where to look for them. Mind you, I just fucked up my back, and it's like, oh, you gotta go where the waves are crashing, where the water's moving. I was like, well, fuck that. Like, there goes my thrill. Like, shit. Damn it, I ain't doing shit out here, man. I had a commission. Well, the next morning, it looks like a storm had came through, or like it was high tide, and there was a lot of shit washed up. It just looked like a storm, you know. And I'm like, you know, what are the odds that maybe a piece or two washed up? And sure enough, I'm walking, and I find a piece of moonstone, maybe about the size of a Skittle. No, a little bit bigger, but not quite an M&M peanut. And I find 2 pieces of ocean jade. And cousin Serena, who's on here as well, she's a gemologist, and she confirmed that that's what it was. And I didn't even know there was a such thing as ocean jade until I showed her that piece. Well, those pieces. So if you're into gems and stuff around town, those are the 2 places I know locally, well, not locally, but nearby, that have been confirmed to have gemstone. Moonstone Beach, California, and Shaver Lake. What's up, cousin? Alright, sorry guys. Okay, so back to the giant rock. Again, it's not a crack rock or a crystal meth rock. We're going to be okay, guys. The world's largest sapphire cluster has been unearthed by accident in a backyard in Sri Lanka. The cluster was found accidentally by workmen digging a well in the city of gems, Ratnapura. That's what it translates to, the city of gems. It's the gemstone capital of Sri Lanka. The sapphire cluster went in at... Oh, you guys are ready for this shit. $2.5 million carats, baby. This thing looked like the size of maybe a car tire. Circuit all the way around though. Not just shaped like a wheel, you know, but all the way around. 2.5 million carats, sapphire. In the backyard of a house. the person wants to remain anonymous, which is smart. It took over a year just to clean all the dirt and shit from it, dude. A whole year. It took me 15 minutes to clean my belly button one time. It was ridiculous. I'm playing. Totally kidding. Alright. Took a year to clean all the nooks and crannies. The rock has been named the Serendipity Sapphire Cousin. How about that? And so far it's estimated at $100 million, although it has... I'm German now, guys. Sorry. It has not been appraised. But it's estimated for at least $100 million. I think it's going to go for more than that. And it ends off with it's most likely going to end up in a museum or somebody's private collection, which I hope it at least ends up in a museum. I don't know. This is a big chunk of rock. Maybe cut half of it and put that in the museum, and with the other half make some sort of iconic piece of jewelry and leave that in the museum. But I don't think we should destroy it into 75,000 pairs of earrings. I'll say that. Alright. No, I just realized this. Well, it's kind of not... Well, this one's kind of on a list because it doesn't go in order. The other one I did in order of, like, man, to like that. It ended with the warrior children from... Jesus. So brutal. I haven't even tried these noodles yet, guys. Before we get to the charms from around the world, there's only 5 of them. I can't get too much into this today. I just want to have to shoot a video. You gotta try to shoot one once a week. I already had a hiatus. I think we all know. And yeah. All right. So again, these are Masterpiece creamy chicken gumbo flavor noodles. Now Boosie's were slapping, and I tried to find them, and they sold out because those were fucking good. He probably saw my video and came and bought them, so I couldn't have it anymore. See? Like... Ugh. There's like no color to these noodles. I'm not getting the creamy. For sure, this is not what I thought it was going to be. Boosie's were better. Hold on. Yeah. This is probably like a 7. You gotta do some shit to this. Like, I'm gonna need some hot sauce and some pepper. Boosie slapped out the gate. Those, yeah. Gonna be a no for me, dog. Anywho, back to the info. I'm fucking lit. Alright, charms from around the world. I did this other one. The idea for this one, I wanted backstory behind the charms. I just didn't want to read charms. And there was this other list. Maybe I'll save it for Halloween, but there was some weird fucking weird good luck charms. Like, some morbid shit. So maybe I'll have a special crazy Halloween charm episode or figure out somewhere else to put those ones. Because those were pretty dark. There was no... Well, maybe there was some dark humor, I'll say that. But, yes, cousin. Hi, Linda. Alright, here we go, guys. Part 2, charms from around the world. This is the one I didn't have time for last episode, so here we go. The first one's coming from the Middle East, guys. Get your turbans and your masala. It's called the Hamza, and I'm sure you've seen it. I don't have... Eventually, I'm going to get a TV and stuff. I just realized I'm so out of frame, it's ridiculous. Well, not out of frame, but my background. It's alright. Yeah, so the Middle East. You guys probably seen this. It's the hand, and it has like the eye in the middle of it, and it has all their pretty, like the henna designs that they do. That's what it's called. And so the roots are, it says with roots in Judaism, with roots in both Judaism and Islam. Say that 3 times fast. This hand-shaped symbol is said to grant its wearer protection against the forces of evil, particularly the evil eye, a curse cast by envious glare, while simultaneously bringing in good luck. So the humps is good for the evil eye. Which pretty much sounds like to me, haters. That's the sign you want to get for the haters. Like, back off, motherfucker. Like, talk to the hand. Like, I see you. Yeah. So, the Hamza, it's called Hamza, or the Hamza, if you want to pronounce it Caucasianly. I'm about to light this other one right now. Alright, number 4, we're going to Ireland. The 4-leaf clover. I know you guys are, everybody has to be familiar with this. This has to be one of like the top 3 good luck symbols. Well, any luck symbols. The symbol has origins of biblical proportion. Eve reportedly, hold on. I'm going to read this sentence and then I'm going to go over it again. Eve reportedly plucked one as she and Adam were kicked out of Eden. As if they're alive in 2017 and they got evicted from their apartment for smoking too much. Reportedly. Like TMZ is reporting it. Reportedly. No. You know, according to legend or historically or allegedly, reportedly. Who reported that? Who? It was the ABC 30? I mean, the reporter. Okay, so that's it's the other part of the sentence. So, Eve historically plucked one as she and Adam were kicked out of Eden. Again, like they're getting evicted. They got caught shoplifting in heaven and just getting kicked out. No, they were exiled. They were forsaken. It was so much more than getting kicked out. But just that sentence, when I read it, cracked me up. I just seen them in their little suitcases. About holding their little apple still. Just... No. The snake talking shit from the background. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so that sentence just fucking like tickled me. Oh my gosh. Eve reportedly plucked one as she and Adam were kicked out of Eden. I'm sorry guys, I went on that one, I know. But those are the first 2 people. The word reportedly and the word kicked out did not exist back then. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so that tickled my brain. I can't even get to the rest of it. It's just, oh my gosh. Okay, so according to legend, Eve plucked a 4-leaf clover as she and Adam were exiled out of heaven, or Eden, or forsaken from Eden, whatever. Something implying time, you know, like, or just... Because to me, kicked out just applies to the physical body. It was so much more than that. They damned their souls and they damned us all. Like, it was so much more than an eviction. Okay, so sorry guys, I went in. We'll do this one. Okay, we'll do that over. I'll read it through. The 4-leaf clover, Ireland. This symbol has origins of biblical proportions. Eve reportedly plucked one as she and Adam were kicked out of Eden. It's estimated there is 1 4-leaf clover per 10,000 clovers in general. Fun fact, the love of my life, Edward, has found one. And they framed it in his elementary school. He's not here right now, he's at work. I'm here early, so yeah. Yeah. The 4-leaf clover. Alright guys. Get your straw hat. Yeah, get your straw hats and your kimonos. We're going to China and Japan. The Lucky Cat. And I know everyone's seen this because, well, not everyone. Anyone who lives in the valley or has lived in the valley. Well, anywhere now. The Asian food market is fucking great and expanding and it's delicious and I love it. You've seen these cats. They're called the Lucky Cats. And they're the ones in the restaurants that are like waving and either whether it's this hand or this hand and they both mean something. They both mean the same thing, I feel like, but in different ways. So here we go. It's called the Lucky Cat, China and Japan. Known as Manake Nickel, or the Beckoning Cat. This friendly feline can be placed in your home or your business. A right paw raised brings in money and fortune, but the left one brings in abundance of people or customers. I'm assuming abundance in your home if you have it in your house, and customers if you put it in your store. But if you bring in customers, you're bringing in the money anyway. So why not just have a fucking rave or like raise the roof on these cats and bring it all in? Like they don't explain that part. I don't mean any disrespect. I'm just joshing it out. I'm just trying not to read word for word what it is. These are just random thoughts that go through my head. Oh, this one. I should have made... No, yeah, because I like the way they did this list. Again, I'm reading this in no particular order. I already had a list today. So, this one, guys, and I hope someone biblical or Bible-y is watching, or churchy. Well, I think we all are, kind of. I mean, I think we all know who the devil is, right? Who the fuck am I kidding? Alright, here we go. The horseshoe, and this one's in Ireland as well. Legend has it that the devil demanded shoes from a blacksmith who nailed a red-hot horseshoe to the devil's foot. Ah! He did that shit. Ireland, I thought Russians had such strong people. Ireland didn't give a fuck. They just hammered that shit on red hot. Okay, so this is the legend, how it goes. Okay, so he nailed the red-hot horseshoe to the devil's foot. Reportedly... According to the legend, the pain was so intense that the devil ripped out the shoe with his hands and vowed never to wear one again. He put the devil in pain, that man from Ireland, with his four-leaf clover and his muggle beer. This story's great. So, swearing to avoid horseshoes for all eternity. Not just wear them, it says avoid. So, an upturned horseshoe are now said to ward off evil when worn or placed around your house. I didn't know that. I knew they were good luck charms, and I knew they were somehow related to the devil, but I learned something today that was really cool. So I do these, and then I teach you guys so that you guys learn nerdy stuff, because I'm a nerd, and the world needs more positive things, and why not share crazy news unprofessionally? Now, the last one I didn't have a chance to take notes on, so we're going to dive through that together about the edibles in the army, but, yeah. And it's not army either. You don't believe what army it is, actually. Alright, so, the next one, we're going to Thailand. Pad Thai. If you guys never had Pad Thai, oh my gosh, it's the hamburger helper of fucking Thailand. That's a shitty way to put it. It's the mashed potatoes and gravy of Asian noodles. You guys gotta go try it. Okay, the white elephant in Thailand. The white elephant is revered as the national symbol of royalty, and elephants are royal in nature. According to the tradition, they all belong to the king. It is beloved for its practicality in war, transportation, and work. Such versatility earns the animal a coveted spot as Thailand's most auspicious creature. I didn't know what it meant by war. I don't know if it meant like they're trying to symbolize the way elephants, the what are they, packs? Or the herds, I think. How they approach war. Have they used elephants in movies? They use elephants in more movies, but I mean that's movies. What do you guys think? Perplexed. Transportation I can see, and then and work, of course, but the war part I didn't understand what that symbolized. But yeah, the white elephant symbolizes royalty. And the last one, wait, is it the last one? Yeah. The last one, we're coming right back home here to America, guys. The wishbone. Well, not number one, the last one on the list. Ancient Etruscans. I don't know what that means. Let's find out right now as I'm on my laptop and get ready for edibles. The Etruscans believe birds have mystic powers, often using their bones to make wishes. Ancient Romans adopted this belief, cracking bones in two, since birds and fowl were scarce at the time. I didn't know that. There's lots of chickens in Xena. Gabby even gets pregnant and has chicken gizzards. Albeit a demon pregnancy, but chicken gizzards. What was that word again? Oh, it's an ancient civilization. Civilization in ancient Italy. Oh, so it's like their version of the Mayans. Okay, so they're like the Italian Mayans, we'll call them. I know that probably sounds, and it's probably wrong, but yeah. So birds were scarce in Rome. The legend passed on from the Roman to the British, who brought it to America. Now on Thanksgiving, the turkey wishbones are the ultimate symbol of good luck, guys. Wasn't that fun? It was a fun trip around the world. Albeit only the person who gets the bigger hat gets the good luck, but that is part of the charm. Anything magical or charming, like, why did I close the fucking laptop? I'm sorry for cussing. Alright guys, I'm ready for this one too, because I couldn't believe, like the first, I read little bits of it, I couldn't believe it, and then they, revealed what country it was in. I was like, what? And I was like, ooh. 18 charges? Oh my gosh. Okay, so I didn't have my chance to do my research on this one, guys. So we're gonna go through this one together. So, edibles in the army, you guys. This captain, okay, so it didn't happen in Afghanistan, it didn't happen in Mexico, it didn't happen here in the United States, not even Amsterdam. This should happen in fucking Canada. The goody two-shoes of the world. Okay, so, allegedly, Canadian soldier allegedly fed cannabis case to gunners in live fire exercise. Oh my gosh. Bombardier, is that Bombardier? I don't know how they call their soldiers in Canada. I'm from America. Chelsea Cogswell faces 18 charges at a court-martial, that's what they call it over there, court-martial, for serving edibles to unsuspecting members of artillery battery. There's so many things, there's so many fucking things wrong. First of all, you gotta tell someone you're gonna give them drugs. Like, what? I'm a stoner. And I've done some crazy fucking shit in my life. But I'm not gonna go and feed my fellow combatants, who each possess their own piece of live ammo, a piece of food that could quite possibly send them off their fucking rocker. Number one, that's my goddamn safety. I'm used to it. I'll survive. They're gonna see me, and I'm gonna be some tall octopus thing, and I'm gonna get blasted by the face by 18 charges. That means 18 people fed that. That's 18 blasts to the fucking face I'm gonna get for them tripping out on me. That's my first thought. Like, this. Oh. Secondly, what if they all flipped out on each other, started getting paranoid, and just, they're Canadian, they're not used to this shit. They're drinking their tea and bottled water and, I don't know what Canadians do, hunting moose. Like, they're looking for their moose. They're not even, like, my gosh. So, 18 charges. Okay, I'm assuming she fed 18 people. Maybe the charges are separate across the board. We're going to get into it right now. Oh my god. Alright. I'm going to face this way, guys. This shit's fucking crazy. I can't believe this shit. I would believe this in America. If this happened in the United States, I don't think it'd be so shocking. But, fucking Canada. Let me hold your beer, bro. A Canadian soldier is facing court-martial after alleging serving cannabis-laced cupcakes to unwitting members of her artillery unit during a live fire exercise. That means there was bullets ricocheting through the air at 740,000 miles per hour for no fucking reason, and she gives them drugs. Bombardier. It's spelled in my American brain Bombardier, but I know Canada is very best friends, like they're BFFs with France, so it might be Bombardier. Chelsea Cogswell faces 18 charges for her baking, including administering a noxious substance and behaving in a disgraceful manner. Yeah. Cogswell has served in the Canadian military since 2011. That's 10 years. Was working in... I wonder if... she's done this shit before. Oh my god. Cogswell, who served in the Canadian military since 2011, was working in the canteen during the multi-week exercise Common Gunner at a military base in Gagetown, New Brunswick, in July 2018. The event is part of the Royal Canadian Artillery School's officer training. Cogswell is accused of preparing the cupcakes while she was working in the canteen and distributing them to unsuspecting members of her artillery battery. She has not commented publicly on the case because she fucking did it. Oh my gosh. That's so fucked up. And I know it's just weed, but it'd be fucked up to do just even at a party. Just to invite them, come over, have some wine, and then put some fucking 420 lace oil and fucking, like, it digests different from when you smoke it, and even then, some people can't handle even smoking it, and she just shoved this shit down people's throats, like, I can't even say it, because I like to keep the show PG, but I really want that. All members of W Battery who consumed the cupcakes, except one, allegedly experienced symptoms which included dehydration, overheating, fatigue, confusion, dry mouth, and paranoia. I believe the dry mouth that we all been there, smokers. Man. Let me see. Images, yeah. This is in quotes. Several affected members were allegedly unable to properly execute safe weapons and explosive handlings drill. Of course, that was my first thought. That's the first thing I thought of. Like, what a dumb move. Like, Canada. I think we're having a bad influence on Canada, guys. That's what's going on. They're watching what's going on down here, and they're like, you know what? If they can do it, then... My God. What's that? Okay, we still have time. All right. The incident is believed to be the first time a Canadian Forces member has been charged with administering cannabis to colleagues without their consent. Yeah, we're going to capitalize that word believed, because I don't believe this. She's been in there since 2011. Yeah, she's done some. Let's see. Canada legalized cannabis for recreational use in October of 2018. 3 months after Cogswell is accused of making the cupcakes. So it was illegal when she did it. Oh, she's in fucking so much trouble. Oh shit. But even then, it says right there, the law says you're prevented from smoking or doing anything at least 24 hours before operating your weapon or vehicle. And at least 8 hours before on duty. Oh my God. Oh. That's so fucked up. You think your enemies are out there in Canada. Watch out. Sorry. I had to. Oh, this is so crazy. Again, I didn't have time to take notes on this one, guys. I have work right after this, and I have a ton of stuff to do, and they haven't sent our schedule for work, so I don't know when I was going to be able to get one. I don't know my schedule this week, and so it had to be today. Under Canada's criminal code, Cogswell faces a maximum of 2 years for administering a noxious substance, and dismissal and disgrace from the military under the National Defense Act. Ah, dang. So that's how they call it. Over here we call it, is it dishonorable discharge? Over there it's dismissal with disgrace. That just slaps your soul. That didn't even happen to me, and I'm like, oh, just... I'm good. Man. So now forever in her home state, her home country, no matter where she goes in Canada, she has been dismissed from the nation's military with disgrace. That's forever slapped on her fucking paperwork. Oh. At least dishonorable discharges, like it sounds like, nah, you did something bad, get out of here. But that's just, you're a disgrace. Everyone look at her. What are they called? The Jezebel. Well, she shouldn't even be a Jezebel. If this happened in biblical days, she'd be a freaking sorceress. Yeah, she would have been a witch and hung at the stake. At that point, yeah, I'd take dismissal with disgrace. And if you want to learn some of the shitty ways witches had to die back then, you could check out my video where I talk about it. Alright, so she was due to face court-martial. That's how they call it out there. I like that. I'm going to say that. I got to put myself on calendar for court-martial last year, but the hearings have since been delayed due to the coronavirus restrictions, a change in counsel, and a legal challenge. Her court-martial is now scheduled for August 3rd, 2021. Oh, that happened already. We're going to have a follow-up on this, guys, on next week. Hold on, wait. Shit, oh my gosh, that's where the article ends. So, I have 14 minutes. I got like 10. What's her name? Let's see. Oh, she popped up. Oh! In the first ever live follow-up, guys. New Brunswick soldier found guilty of secretly feeding troops cannabis-laced cupcakes. This shit is fucking lit. Oh my gosh. And it... Oh my god. Remember, that first article said 2 years. It went up to 5 years. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna like this roach as we get into the roach on this one, guys. So this just happened less than a week ago. Alright. Oh my god. Bombardier Chelsea Cogswell was convicted Wednesday of 8 counts of administering a noxious substance to soldiers without their consent and 1 count of behaving in a disgraceful manner. A charge under the National Defense Act, which carries a maximum sentence of 5 years in prison. So her disgraceful act had a longer sentence than what she actually did, as far as the Army's concerned. Her punishment from the Army was worse than just the regular Canada law. Fuck. Okay. A 10th charge of committing an act to the prejudice of good order and discipline, which is a lesser offense than behaving in a disgraceful manner, was stayed. Dang, so they take their word seriously. So, committing an act of prejudice to the good order and discipline, I would assume, like, you got caught littering something. Pick up that fucking gun wrapper, eh? You would be fucking disgraced. Like, could you fucking imagine? Oh my god. Military Judge Commander Sandra Suxdorf delivered her decision over 2 hours to a full courtroom Wednesday morning at 5th Canadian Division Support Base Gagetown in Oromocto, NB. Did the military run their courts there, or did it happen in court? Cogswell, who was in charge of the canteen, was found to have she was in charge of this fucking shit, dude. What the fuck? Yeah, America definitely rubbed off on poor Canada. Jesus. She baked at home, distributed soda, They were on live fire exercise, and she didn't tell them. See if it brings up any more news. Let's see. Gave out free because they were free. She did this shit on purpose. There's no way around it. She did this shit on purpose. I would have charged that shit. 18 of them or 10, whatever. If I made enough edibles for 8 people and it got them high enough to fuck them up, that was $200 right there. 250. They're Canadians. I probably could have got 3 or 4. Like, and they must have been strong because usually it takes a while for edibles to kick in. These ones are saying it only took 30 minutes for these 4 dudes. Well, then they're in the army too, so they're in survival mode. They're not all fat and plump, you know what I mean? Their bodies are like, you know, their metabolism is fucking moving, processing shit. Let's see. I'm just trying to read stuff I haven't before. Something else such as heat. It says that she tried to blame it on heat exhaustion. Only one rapper was tested. Oh yeah, they tested the rappers, a lot of them. Well, it said only one right here, but court satisfied beyond a reasonable doubt. Here's the verdict. Having verified the primary facts established by the evidence, which I accept, the court can make the inference that the cupcakes were the source of the cannabis ingested by the soldiers. The judge declared. She concluded that Cogswell, having a medical prescription for medical marijuana at the time, had the access and the knowledge to add cannabis, an illegal substance. That's it, guys. I need to be a judge. She said that Cogswell's statements to the police in September and October showed she had reason to be upset with the unit. Oh, what did she say? Oh, we're gonna follow up on this. So she was mad at them for some reason. Maybe the boys did something to her. There's maybe something deeper going on. Oh, there's definitely gonna get a follow-up, guys, for sure. You, Cogswell, you told, talking to Cogswell, the investigator, that you were still recovering from an incident in Shiloh, and since that time you kept it to yourself. You told Sergeant LeBlanc that you were waiting for a transfer to the JPSU so you couldn't take the unit any longer. Yeah, they did something to her. Yeah, see, look it. The judge went on to quote Cogswell about her troubles with the unit and that Cogswell remembering being referred to as the canteen bitch. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we're going to follow up on this. I didn't mean for this one to get all deep and stuff. This happened right before my eyes, guys. I'm sorry. But yeah, this is crazy. And this is a quote from the judge. I've been on this bench long enough to see there are a lot of good people that sometimes exercise very poor judgments. Her sentencing is scheduled begins November 16th. Oh, I'm nerdy now on this, guys. Prepare for follow-ups from everywhere. She will get through this. Yeah, guys, so, shit. That was a hell of a fucking roach. Yeah. Episode 14 of Sessions with Josh. Hope you guys had fun. Hope you guys learned a little bit of something. You guys got any good luck charms? You guys got any beers you want me to try? You guys got any topics you guys want me to go over? Have you guys seen any crazy stories that make you want to say, like, what the fuck? But you don't have time to nerd out on them? Send them to me, and I'll do the homework. Alright, guys, again, I got a shift for work right after this, so episode 15 will be coming next week sometime, and it's a no-go on these noodles. Sorry, Master Key. Yeah, stay Joshin'.